The missing semester shell tools and scripting MCD, def macro MCD dir, FG objective dev TP editor, data wrangling. To get the data in POSIX shell, they write. In unix-in-lisp, we write something very similar, def journal sh my server journal ctl. Note that we conveniently store the result into journal so we can use it later. In POSIX shell, they may use a temporary file, and they may be reluctant to do so to avoid littering in the file system. In any case, if we also want to store it in a file, just dkfernel.log ssh my server journal ctl. In POSIX shell, they do the following to narrow down the lines. ssh my server journal ctl grep sshd. In unix-in-lisp, we may do something similar, pipe journal. We may do the same thing in a way that looks like more common. Lisp, filtfee sshd line, journal. In POSIX shell, they do the following to narrow down more. ssh my server journal ctl grep sshd grep disconnected from. We can translate it literally into unix-in-lisp, pipe journal grep sshd grep disconnected from, or do it the more common way. Filter lambda ar scan sshd lie scan disconnected from line, journal. Now POSIX shell people write their intermediate result into a temporary file. ssh my server journal ctl grep sshd grep disconnected from. ssh.loglog less ssh.log. We have our intermediate result ready for use in our REPL via stop.variables. We can also store them into variables via def and alike. If we really want to store it persistently, just POSIX shell people now use sedmagic to pick out usernames. ssh my server journal ct grep sshd grep disconnected from sed e/. Disconnected from, invalid authenticating, user port porno9 preauth/. We still use regex magic here using clppcre, but no need for sed line editing witchery. We collect the matches for the user field into a list. Def users, collecting do each line ssh my server journal ctl, ppcr, register groups bind, user, disconnected from valid authenticating DAO, user.to, port user. When user, collect user. Now, POSIX shell people use sort and unique to count time of occurrences. ssh my server journal ctl grep sshd grep disconnected from sednight as e. Disconnected from invalid authenticating user to plus port preon plus or touch sort unique night as c. We may do something just as insane as the above. Users sort unique night as c. The output is a list of table rows. Each of them is a string separated by white spaces. Rather than meddling with these unstructured text, I recommend using structured data consisting of real lists and numbers. Def fail users A-list, hash table A-list frequencies users. In POSIX shell, they use some more cryptic text manipulating spells to sort the table and display the 10 users with most occurrences. ssh my server journal ctl la grep sshd grep disconnected from sednight se. Disconnected from invalid authenticating port 09 plus. Doth blast too far. Sort unique 9 to C sort den end K11 tail minus N10. In Lisp, we do it the structured data way. Def sus users subseq sort fail users a list key TDR 010. In POSIX shell, awk and paste to construct a comma separated list. ssh my server journal ctl grep sshd grep disconnected from ss/ disconnected from invalid authenticating user dos port preauth plant /2 sort unique 9 to C -n11 awk tailed is n10 awk paste -d. In Lisp, we string join mapcar sus users, analyzing data. Now the POSIX crowd spirals deeper into insanity, constructing math expressions using string concatenation and passing to BS. In Lisp, we simply reduced har cdr fail users a list, data wrangling to make arguments. The POSIX shell way, rust up toolchain list grep nightly, grep ve nightly x86